Today, we are in Midtown, Oklahoma City, and I'm going to introduce you to a coffee shop that is not only brewing great coffee, it's also changing lives, one cup at a time. I'm Dindy Gibson, your host for the American Dream, Selling Oklahoma. Now let's go inside Not Your Average Joe and see what it's all about. We are here today with founder and owner Tim Herbal with Not Your Average Joe Coffee Shop. Tim, how are you doing this morning?
I'm caffeinated, so I'm good.
Yay, that's fantastic. Can you tell me about your mission and what inspired you to open Not Your Average Joe?
Absolutely. So Not Your Average Joe is actually a 501c3 nonprofit, and so it owns me, Dindy. I don't get to own it. But we employ those with intellectual, developmental, or physical disabilities. 77.5% of that constituency is either underemployed or unemployed altogether after high school. So I had an 11-year-old nephew by the name of Braxton, and he passed away with cerebral palsy and hydrocephalus. And despite being the joy of our family, Dindy, he was always excluded. He was excluded in the community. He was excluded at school, where he was pushed into the corner in his wheelchair, and he was even excluded at church. And so when he passed, I made the promise to him that, hey, Uncle Tim's going to fight for the cause of inclusion. Several years ago, we had the opportunity to start Not Your Average Joe right here we're in the middle of Midtown, Oklahoma City. We started January 1st, 2019 with 4 employees, and I'm proud to say today that by grit and grace, here we are with over 300 employees, half of which have special needs, and we have 10 locations across the state, as well as a full roasting operation, catering operation, and a corporate office where we do training for other businesses on how to include people of all abilities.
That is just amazing. Tell me about this new concept that you did with Abe's.
So we have Not Your Average Joe, and our model here is those with superpowers work typically, Dindy, 3 to 4 hours at a time, and typically 3 to 4 times a week. So it's very part-time. But Abe stands for Ability Beyond Expectation, and it features a little Sasquatch named Abe, and he teaches children with disabilities how to deal with the emotions of being different than their peers. We serve pancakes, but they're not your normal pancakes. They're not flat and round, they're spherical and round. And so they're called Able Skivers. They're from Sweden, and you can stuff them, sweet or savory. It's great. And there's even a 1970s camper in there with its avocado green sink and appliances. And so there's a pretend campsite in there with a little tent and a little pretend fire where children can come and make their own s'mores. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for visiting with me today.
No, Dindy,
really
absolute pleasure.
Don't forget your coffee.
I won't forget my coffee.
I am here with barista and coffee roaster Andy Parnicher. How did you get affiliated with Not Your Average Joe?
I was originally going to school in Kansas.
Yes.
And I came back to Oklahoma looking for a summer job. Was driving around town with my mom, saw a "we're hiring" sign, and I walked in. Started talking to the guy at the register. Come to find out I was talking to Tim Herbal, our executive director, and he hired me on the spot.
Your coffee roaster.
I'm the first Native American female coffee roaster in the world. I applied for this scholarship called Coffee Project New York Women in Roasting Scholarship. Got to go to New York for 3 days, meet some really cool people in the industry, trained, took my exam, and then I got certified.
Did I hear too that you have a special roast or brand that you've just recently done?
Yeah, so the brand or the line we just created is called Native Grounds. And what this will focus on is not only telling my story, but telling the story of the farmers, where your coffee comes from.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for visiting with me.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
That is just, what a great honor.
Yeah.
That is. I am here with another barista. This is Morgan Mayo, and I just have a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
How rewarding is it working here at Not Your Average Joe?
It's very rewarding. My twin sister grew up with a whole lot of developmental disabilities, so I grew up in spaces like this.
Right.
So as soon as I got out of college, I started looking around for places that helps these sorts of communities, people. And one of the best things about working here is working side by side with them.
What's your favorite drink to make?
My favorite drink, it's a specialty one from our winter menu. It's called the Teddy Bear Latte, which is white chocolate, brown sugar, and vanilla. Mix it up with some oat milk and make it hot. It's delicious on a cold day.
That sounds very good. Thank you, Morgan, for taking the time to visit with me. I appreciate it so much. I am here today with the mascot, Abe, who is a Sasquatch. So, Abe, are you super excited about working here with students and adults with intellectual, developmental, and physical disabilities? You are. I'm sure it is so rewarding for you. I love this. As we wrap up our time here at Abe's today, it is clear that this is more than just a place of goodness. This is a place, it's a community hub, a place of passion, purpose, and people where they all join and come together. Join me next time as we discover more treasures here in Oklahoma City. I'm your host, Indy Gibson, with the American Dream, signing out. Until next time.